Formula One could be on the verge of one of its biggest sporting regulation shifts in recent years, as discussions intensify around introducing 2 mandatory pit stops starting in 2026. The proposal, backed by the FIA and Liberty Media, aims to make races more dynamic and reduce long stretches of tyre management that often turn Grands Prix into predictable one-stop processions. The topic is set to be debated at the next F1 Commission meeting, with several teams reportedly open to exploring the idea. Pirelli's head of motorsport, Mario Isola, confirmed that initial discussions have already taken place. According to him, teams were asked to simulate various race scenarios based on potential tyre compound allocations. Last time, we had teams run simulations with different compound selections for certain events and provide feedback, Isola explained. It wasn't made public, but it gave us an idea of what the strategy trends might look like. The goal, he added, is to better understand how multiple mandatory stops could influence race outcomes and overall excitement. In the past 5 races, the winning strategy has consistently been a one-stop plan, barring exceptions such as weather or safety car interventions. Teams favour the approach due to lower risk, simpler management of tyre temperature, and reduced exposure to pit lane incidents. We've seen that most teams converge on the same strategy, said Isola. When you impose more restrictions, the risk is that everyone ends up doing exactly the same thing. Despite this, Liberty Media believes that more stops could inject unpredictability back into races. The concept isn't entirely new. During the 2023 Qatar Grand Prix, a 2-stop minimum was enforced due to safety concerns over tyre wear, and that experiment offered a glimpse into how drivers could push harder without constantly managing degradation. Proponents argue that such conditions make for more intense and visually engaging racing, where drivers can attack every lap rather than conserve tyres for half the race. Several potential frameworks are being evaluated. One option would mandate the use of all 3 tyre compounds, soft, medium and hard, during a race weekend, leaving teams free to decide the order. Another would enforce 2 pit stops without any compound restrictions, while a third would limit the maximum distance per tyre set to around 45% of total race distance. Each approach has supporters and detractors. Some believe the 3 compound rule could create uniform strategies, while others think the added flexibility could do the opposite. The discussion also ties into the broader technical overhaul coming in 2026, when new power units and aerodynamic regulations are expected to reduce dirty air and improve close racing. Some within the paddock argue that such changes might already solve many of the overtaking and excitement issues, making a mandatory 2-stop rule unnecessary. As Isola concluded, if we decide to change the rules, we must do it carefully to avoid unintended consequences. The 2026 season will already be very different, so we should first see how things evolve before we risk harming what's already a great championship. What's your take on this proposal? Should Formula One introduce 2 mandatory pit stops to make races more exciting? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.